Meet sailing yacht Avanti and her crew, Gerard and Jacqueline. We left Cape Town in December 2021 on our floating home, heading west on an adventure of a lifetime around the world.
We've been in Gili Gede now for a few weeks and we haven't done much in terms of boat jobs.
We've been focused on resting, playing lots of table tennis in the seemingly always empty restaurant, long walks in the early morning, as well as some snorkeling. The snorkeling hasn't been great so far. It is a large area with absolutely no guidance on where to go. The clarity hasn't been great, large dead patches. But we've seen some interesting new weird fish we haven't seen before. It's time to get back to reality. We're almost out of water, we're on our last bottle of gas, and it's time for a big load of laundry.
As South Africans, we don't have the standard or the European type connections on our gas bottles. But I must say we haven't had any issues since leaving Cape Town. We've always been able to fill it, even though they use some special fittings. But now this is the first time in Indo, and we'll see if they can help us here.
The one place where we wouldn't have been able to find gas was Australia, but luckily a friend warned us. So in Fiji we got all of our tanks filled, and that lasted us for the Australian part of our journey. Laundry day! It's time to get this big bag to my friend at the dock, Hendy, our man that knows everything, really helps us a lot. He picks up our laundry at the dock. I literally just have to take it to the mainland, or Lombok mainland, Lombok main island. I just take it to him, he meets me at the dock, and he charges a small fee to drive it to the laundromat. But the taxi drivers don't have a lot of business actually in this area. I think they have odds and ends, so I don't mind paying them a small bit to help get this bag all the way that side. It's still cheaper than doing it at the marina. Let's go.
The people here in the local Lombok villages tend to hustle quite a lot, from running little shops inside their houses to selling fuel and gas and even a little gold mining on the side. We've seen a lot of small-scale gold mining along the road in the market here in southwest Lombok. Gold was apparently found here 15 years ago. So we read up about it and read that local miners dig up gold ore from the hillsides in up to 12-meter deep holes. The ore is then processed in these rotating ball mills where mercury is added to the process to bind with the gold. The mixture of gold and mercury is melted to evaporate the mercury and leaves the gold behind. Some serious health issues has been identified in the villages over the years due to exposure to this mercury. We've also read that there is an action plan from the government to make the process safer and eradicate mercury before 2025. I just got my package that I ordered. First one on this Indonesian online shopping. It's a bit difficult because it's all in Indonesian language, but magically it arrived after I think 6 days. So I couldn't find the right spec oil for servicing the engine, and yeah, I ordered it online and it arrived, and it's really cheap. So now just to see if it's actually the right stuff. Not the right ones.
No.
I kind of expected it, but yeah. Anyways, it's oil.
But the wrong oil.
Almost the right ones.
Damn.
I normally use Shell Remula, the R4X mineral oil 15W40 for my Volvo Penta engine. A lot of mechanics recommend it, and the Volvo oil is actually extremely expensive, the original Volvo oil, so you probably don't get it in Indonesia as well. But now there's a new product on the market, this R4 Plus. The X used to be mineral oil, and this is now synthetic oil. So although it's got the VDS3 approval that's required for our Volvo engine, in terms of the lubrication properties, it should be good. But some people say synthetic oil is not good for marine diesels because of the seals that's really designed for mineral oil. So you might get like a leak or something like that. But yeah, we're gonna try this. It will just be for a few engine hours from here to South Africa, so not too many. So yeah, I got 10 liters, and this is just enough to fill the engine, and then we're good to go.
It's a melting hot type of day here in Gili Gede. So good thing about that is that it will mean our pillows get to dry. So we've really been struggling with mold out here in the humidity, and now it's starting to show on our really good cushions. So it's time to take them out and give them a good wash again. So we have to, sadly we have to bring the whole cushions on some of them because the zips have merged, have rusted, what do you call it, solidified. So when, if you are gonna redo your cushions, always replace the zips to as much plasticky ones as possible. So this is the lighter side that's still clean, and this you can start seeing dirty, a little bit of dirtiness. Maybe it's all sweaty, body's wiping off on the dead skin or something. But when picking our material, I really spent a lot of time in trying to find the right material. A lot of boats have suede. I think that would show less dirt, but these, I don't like the feeling of suede on my skin.
We are a little bit low on fresh water, as we don't really drink our water, make our water, and we don't want to put it in the tanks because the membrane is a little bit fouled up, so it does smell a little bit. So we still use that for dishes, but it's relatively easy to catch rainwater here. So just a 10-minute rainstorm and we've got a few liters, and we're not even trying hard, we're just catching it off the runoff from the bimini.
And of course, on the day that we thought it was going to be dry, it rained. We had a big rain spell, but the cushions are back outside on the deck, and let's hope the rain stays away enough for them to get dry. Come on, son.
Now that we're back and we've seen about 4 islands in Indonesia, we can definitely say that the marine supplies here are really scarce. We haven't seen a proper marine shop on any of the 4 islands or the towns we've been to. So if you do come here and you need spares, you're gonna probably have to search around, or you're gonna have to bring spares from Australia or maybe from Fiji. So make sure you're prepared in terms of spares. The other thing that we haven't really found on Lombok, because it's a 90% Muslim island, is alcohol. So there's no like liquor stores like we've seen previously, but we did find a shop called Fresh Market, and it's got a lot of like Western supplies and a few varieties of beer, including some craft beers. So the craft beer we're tasting today and that we found in the Fresh Market is called the Summer Pale Ale. It's from Island Brewing Company, and it's a 330ml can with 4.5% alcohol in it. It's supposed to have a bit of a hoppy and a bitter taste, so let's see how this one goes. You can see that it's a filtered ale. I can already smell the fruitiness, so the taste should be quite fruity, but yeah, let's see. It's a really hoppy taste, maybe a little bit overpowering, but there is a lot of fruity flavors in there as well, and it's something different to the lagers or the pilsners that we've seen here. So it's a refreshing change. In terms of a rating for this one, the costs of these ones, they are quite expensive even in the shop. So these ones were about 45 IDR or Indonesian rupiah. So yeah, quite pricey compared to the bintangs. So in terms of a rating for this, I would give this one a 5.5 out of 10, just because of the overpowering hoppy taste. Cheers.
Gili Gede is definitely a lot more remote than I thought it was going to be, and except for the marina, which is like a little paradise feels like the middle of quite nothing. I mean, there is the few restaurants and things we showed you, but it's quite secluded, quite isolated, so I don't really know what I'm going to be doing while Gerard's working. Trying to stay busy, at least cleaning the boat, doing dishes, and making food will always be there, making water, getting gas. The normal daily routine will stay the same, but other than that, we're gonna have to find something to keep me busy for the next 5 months. Not long at all.
We hope you enjoyed this week's video. Please give it a thumbs up, comment or share, and subscribe to see when the next video is launched. Thank you to our Patreons for their support monthly. We really appreciate it. Join us next week as we explore Lombok a little bit further and go to the main town of Matram, visit a waterfall, and finally the rainy season starts.